So my name is Mo, and you probably know me as Mobit on GitHub or other platforms. And today I will talk about physics simulations in Bevy. And in particular, I will talk about the physics simulations that I did during my master's thesis at the Johannes Gutenberg University Mainz in Germany. And at this point, I need to thank my supervisor, Professor Elmar Schumer, for all his help. So what is Bevy, in case you aren't familiar with it? It's a game engine. It's the most popular and powerful game engine in Rust. And I basically used it to take care of rendering, input handling, and scheduling so that I can focus on the physics logic. So I will talk about my experience getting into Bevy, and if you want to get into it as well, then there are some learning resources. The quick start guide on their official homepage is solid, but it's rather short. So I recommend the unofficial Bevy cheat book. It is the missing piece of high-level documentation, I would say. And after being familiar with the basics, I recommend checking out the examples. There are official examples that you can run on your computer or even the browser, as you can see on this slide. And they are well documented, so you can learn from them. And there is, of course, the API documentation on docs.rs. There are some YouTube tutorials, especially from Chris Biscardi. A huge shout out, but there is a problem currently with third-party resources because they get partially outdated after some releases, because Bevy is still under development, so just pay attention to that, and it's just a matter of time until Bevy gets more stable. And don't hesitate to ask the community. The Bevy community is very lovely. Right, after getting familiar with the basics, I started with the physics logic, and I implemented a solver from scratch. So there are physics engines for Bevy, but I wanted to get a deeper understanding. And the method that I used is extended position-based dynamics, in case you know it. And I specialize on rigid bodies. There is one tip I need to tell you to not make the mistake that I did. If you want to write physics from scratch, then start simple and gradually increase the complexity. For example, simulate a sphere bouncing on the ground and then add more complex stuff. Don't try to implement everything and start with complex objects. Okay, but at some point you will have some bugs, and trust me, debugging floats isn't fun. So I found myself relying on visual debugging, and for that, Bevy provides helpful tools. The most important ones are gizmos and system stepping. Gizmos are what you see on the slide. So is a box bouncing on the ground, and the gizmos are the red sphere and the lines that you can see. The red sphere indicates the collision point, and the lines are some vectors that I can validate. So it's very helpful to display them. And if you add system stepping to that, then gets very, very helpful. System stepping is like a debugger in your IDE. So it allows you to add to stop your code and see how it works until now, and then run it frame by frame. But this is different from a debugger because you are able to only pause some logic in your code. For example, you can only pause the physics, and then you can still go around with the camera and rotate around the object, zoom in, zoom out, and so on. So it's very helpful. In addition to gizmos, you get very, very good tools for visual debugging. One funny thing is I had a frustrating bug, and my supervisor asked me at some point if I'm using some uninitialized values, and I was like, I'm using Rust, so there is no undefined behavior. So if you use Rust, you save yourself some hassle, but yeah, in case you want to debug some logic, then Bevy has some tools for that. And at some point, I also compared with Bevy XPPD, which is a crate that implements XPPD for Bevy. But again, I wanted to implement everything from scratch to get a better understanding. So the ecosystem in Bevy is great. There are many crates that extend the functionality of Bevy. For example, you can use eGUI and integrate it into Bevy. And I used it to show some energy plots. As you can see here on the slide, it shows the potential, kinetic, and rotational energy so that you can check in real time that everything is working as intended. And I also used two more crates, which are Bevy trackball. It takes care of the navigation with the camera. It also takes care of touch events in case you want to try it on your phone. And I also use Bevy mod picking to pick some meshes and drag them around and so on. But the last one is supposed to be upstream, so it will be part of Bevy soon. When you use such crates and also when you write your own plugins in Bevy, you get some sense of magic because everything works perfectly and integrates very well. And to give you an impression of that, I need to talk about ECS, Entity Component System, which is the design behind Bevy. So let's have an example of simulating a box and a ball. So your world would be having these two entities, a box and a ball, and they would have some properties like position, velocity, and mass. And these properties are basically components. What is a component in code? Components are normal struct or normal Rust structs, and you just add derived component on top of them. So for position, for example, in 2D, you have two floats. That's it. And what are systems? A system is basically a Rust function that can optionally query for some components. For example, this integrate function has a query for the position, velocity, and mass. And then in the body of this function, you can iterate over every entity and modify these components, for example, to integrate the linear velocity and the position. So it's really flexible and easy to extend. And you also get some kind of high modularity. So I wrote a plugin to display the energy plot that I showed you some slides back. And to add this energy plot to a new simulation, everything that I had to do is to add these 4 lines. So I basically imported the 2 plugins, one from eGUI, and one is the energy plot plugin that I wrote. And then I just added them to the new simulation, and I got my plot. It really feels like magic, and I feel that I'm very productive in Bevy, so I highly recommend trying it out. And at this point, I wanted to show you some simulations, but I think I only have time to show you one. And this is about the rattleback. So a rattleback is a half ellipsoid. And when you rotate it in one direction, it rattles and stops at some point and starts to rotate in the other direction. So this is interesting to simulate. And here's my simulation. So you see that it's rotating in one direction, and at some point it starts to rotate in the other direction. And I also plotted here the angular velocity, and you probably noticed that the z component started as negative, and then afterwards it flipped to be positive. So this is very interesting to see in the simulation. And yeah, finally, I need to talk about migrations, because this is something that you will need to deal with if you want to try Bevy now. So Bevy is under heavy development, and you get new features and fixes with new releases. And there is a migration guide, so you can do it step by step. But still, this is something that you have to take care of. And if you use many dependencies or Bevy plugins, then they add delay to when you are able to migrate, because you need to wait for all your dependencies to migrate to the new version before you are able to migrate. So keep the dependencies at a minimum, and maybe wait some weeks until you are able to upgrade. And finally, Is Bevy ready for production? No, and I'm not saying something bad about Bevy because they are transparent about this on their website. So they say if you want to develop a big game, you should use something like Godot. But I think it's already a very good fit for small games and such physics and scientific simulations. And the future looks very bright for Bevy because the Bevy Foundation was created some months ago, and there are also paid developers like Alice. So I think it's a you can invest in Bevy, and it will be a good experience. And finally, if you want to have some physics, just use Avian. Don't write it from scratch unless you want to suffer and get a deeper understanding. Thank you.